Well, welcome back to Cityline. Yeah, we've been teasing you the whole time. This is David Thompson, and David Thompson 10 years ago started Food is Free for Tacoma. David, did you ever think that 10 years later you'd be standing here and we'd be having this conversation?
No, not at all. Not at all. It was just a little table in front of my house, and I just thought, people would come pick up produce, and that'd be about that.
So, so when you put that table in front of your house and put the sign out, how long were you out there till someone came along?
It was out there for a few hours.
Okay.
It was a few hours. People started coming as it stayed out there.
Okay.
They started coming.
You know, one of the things about Tacoma that always makes my heart pound and make my throat catch is when I see those Food is Free tables. I love them, and I hope that they never go away. But one of the things that people can do before the Food is Free table, or they grow their own food, is they should test their soil. Why is that?
Well, you have to know what nutrients are in your soil to be able to properly amend it.
Okay.
So you want to know what your nitrogen, phosphorus, and your potassium are levels, as well as your pH. It's very important. It keeps you from having to guess. Just makes it very, very easy to tend your garden.
All right, so right here we have a testing kit. We have dirt that my partner went out and got this morning from our garden. So tell us how to go about doing this.
Okay, well, the first thing I did was I put the reagents in here for the pH.
There's that word again, reagents.
And I have already tested your pH.
Okay, how was my pH?
Well, if you look at this chart right here, see it's a little over 7.
Is that good?
Well, that's a little, actually 7.5 is okay. 6.5
Okay.
to 7.5 is okay. So it's on the high side, but I would just leave it alone.
Okay.
I would, you would
I have
normally
no problem
add
leaving
lime
my
or
dirt
sulfur
alone.
to it. Okay, so you would add sulfur to this to
Okay.
lower that pH a little bit. But I wouldn't add anything to it. I would just leave it as it is.
All right, you avid gardeners, I hope you've got a pen and paper out, because sulfur is the first thing that you're going to add to your soil, if your soil's like mine.
Normally, soil here in Tacoma is acidic,
Yes.
so you pretty much have to add lime every year.
Okay.
It's pretty common. But yours came out really nice.
Did it?
Yeah. Now this is an extraction liquid
Okay.
that I'm going to put into this test tube, and then we'll put some soil in there.
Okay. And what are we looking for in this test tube?
This test tube is just nothing more than the extraction liquid, taking the chemicals out of the soil, because we're going to draw that off.
Uh-huh.
We'll shake it up here.
Excellent. So these testing kits, where can we get them?
I get mine from Hanna Instruments.
Okay.
They're out of Utah. Really good. It's about $80 for the test kit. Do 25 tests.
Okay.
Okay, and then we let that settle for a second.
All right. Ah.
Okay, and then I'm going to draw the liquid out of here. And what I have is I put powder reagents into these 3 test tubes right here.
Okay.
This one is for nitrogen. This one is for phosphorus.
Okay.
And this one's for potassium.
Okay. All right.
And these are the powder reagents. They come in little envelopes like this.
Okay.
Okay, and then we'll draw this off and put that into these tests.
Ah, so all of this is so we can start to grow our own food. I had visions last night of a raised bed in my backyard with tomatoes, because everybody who knows me knows I can't get enough tomatoes in my life. Tomatoes, zucchinis, cucumbers, all the things that I see on the Food is Free tables, lettuces, those types of things. So, the person who told me first about growing my own vegetables, believe it or not, is our new Pierce County executive, Ryan Mello. He talked with me, 20 years ago, I think, about roof garden, pots, raised bed, and how you can have your own garden, but you don't need to have a huge backyard, do you, David?
No. As a matter of fact, one of our initiatives that we have coming up this year is called Peppers for the People.
Okay.
And that is 1-quart pots with a pepper plant in it, and it's ready for your apartment window. It'll be all ready to go. We've got 26 different hot peppers and 6 different sweet peppers.
Oh my gosh.
We'll be having that. We're going to finish the season with a chili cook-off and a hot sauce cook-off in September.
Right in time for my birthday.
Right.
I'm going to have to show up there and get a mouthful of chili.
Absolutely, absolutely. We'll be doing it at Tacoma Urban Farm.
I love that. Okay, so now that we've added the
extraction
liquid, yes. What are we finding out about my soil?
Well, let's shake these up and see what they look like.
I love it. It's a beautiful color of kind of a sea blue there. Okay, here we go.
This is the nitrogen.
Okay, and nitrogen helps us grow what?
Well, nitrogen is for your leafy
Okay.
greens and stuff like that. It helps with the leafy greens. It's supposed to be red,
Okay.
but if you notice,
Oh, no, it is not.
no, it's even past low.
See, I've been told that I need to get more leafy vegetables into my life, so I can just tell that's the reason why my soil is not agreeing with
Right, you would amend that with
Okay.
with bone meal, or not bone meal, blood meal.
blood. Okay,
Blood meal, that boosts your nitrogen.
okay.
Okay.
And then what are we measuring here?
This right here is the phosphorus,
Okay.
and it's a blue.
Ooh, it
And you
is.
see, you're pretty much here into the medium.
Okay, that's
you're fine.
good. And
You're fine.
and I have to have phosphorus in my soil to grow what?
Phosphorus is for root growth,
Okay, all right.
and that is done with bone meal.
Okay, because tomatoes have roots. And then what is this one here?
This one right here is potassium,
Okay.
and this one's a little bit different of a test in that it has this stuff kind of suspended.
Oh, it does. It just kind of sits in there, doesn't it?
Right, right, and you're a medium here too.
Okay, so for potassium, obviously I'm not going to grow a banana tree here in Tacoma, Washington. But what does potassium do in terms of attracting good vegetables?
Well, potassium makes it it allows
You got it.
the vegetables to fruit better.
Oh, okay.
It's better fruity.
There we go. I love that. David, I always love seeing you, and I cannot wait for this chili cook-off. And thank you so much for teaching us how to be self-sustaining. You're amazing. I want you back on sooner than later, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right, you're welcome. That wraps up another great segment of Cityline. It's always a pleasure and a privilege to be in your home. We've given you some good things to think about in this past hour, so go out there, be a part of the tapestry, and pay it forward. And when you come back, as always, David, My Dirt, and myself, and our whole team will be waiting for you right here at Cityline. Take care.